excited, and the kids are all excited to play for you tonight. In your program, if you have one, if you didn't get one, I'm sorry. In the program, the first thing about the fifth graders says, in the beginning. And we're going to take you back to the beginning, all the way back to September. Are you in for it? So they got their instruments. We taught them how to put them together. And then the real danger begins, because this is what we heard. That's when I get the real heavy-duty earplugs. Well, obviously that's not going to make you very happy, and it wouldn't make anyone very happy. So we had to learn a few things. We learned our first note. We called it do. It sounds like this. And then after another few weeks, we had a few more notes. So we had do, re, mi, fa, and sol. So now that we had a few sounds that we could agree on, we could start to play some melodies. So one of the first ones we learned was the same one that they learned on recorder, hot cross buns. Then we had some more things. We had 5-note songs. One of our first ones was Mary Had a Little Lamb. So then we could play for a little while, then we need to play for a little longer. So we learned some longer songs, like Lightly Row. For you, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Now, one of the things you might notice about all of those examples were that everything was played simultaneously, same pitches, everybody's playing the same thing at the same time. And we all know that in regular music, real music, we do different things at different times. The drums don't do the same thing as the guitar or the piano. And so now we had to put a new challenge in front of them in January and give them music where they actually had to listen to each other and not do what the other person was doing. So this is an example of one of our first songs is an example of that. It's called Centurion.
for being here. My name is Alan Posner. I'm the band director at Norup International and at the high school, and I also teach a couple of Burton kids. Hey guys, sound great. Anyways, this is my third year in the district, and so pleased. This is one of my favorite concerts of the year because you really get to see the progression from band twice a week for 45 minutes to band 5 days a week for 50 minutes. It's a really big, as you can hear, a really big change. And want to make sure we thank all of the music teachers, especially our general music teachers in the district, preparing our students for this level. You know, they come in knowing how to read music and knowing how to read rhythms, and that's due to our wonderful elementary music teachers, and also to our administration that provide us with the building blocks for success, and having band every day at the middle school is something that is not done in other districts. Berkley is unique in that fact. Right now I want to turn the mic over to Mr. Gordialova, who is the Berkley Instrumental Booster President. And if you're wondering what is Berkley Instrumental Boosters, well, he'll tell you all about it. So please welcome Gordialova.
Thanks. All right. Good evening and welcome to the annual Junior Band Jam. You guys are wishing for warm spring weather. You're really thankful now it's not warm outside, okay? We've done this in like 75, 80 degrees and it's not terrific. They're terrific, this not. All right, so for those of you up in the cheap seats that are really hot, I want to thank everybody for coming down tonight and talk a minute about boosters. Turn my phone off for a minute. Sorry. You didn't say everybody should silence all of their electronics. So I didn't do it. All right. Berkley Instrumental Boosters, for those who don't know, is a group of parents or caregivers, guardians, adults in the household that are responsible for all these guys being here and making those monthly instrument rental payments and encouraging them to practice and putting up with all the practice. So everybody in this room is eligible to be a member, and it's absolutely free. We encourage everybody, because what Boosters does is raise a boatload of money to help fund a lot of the things. Amazingly, the monthly instrumental payments don't quite cover everything that goes into educating all these students. Grades 5 through 12 are the whole span that we cover, and they go to pay for school-owned instruments, or all the percussion instruments, or all the uniforms that they will get eventually. At this point not, but as soon as they get into middle school, and as soon as they get into the 6th grade, they'll be doing jackets, and 7th grade, and then high school has all the uniforms, and it's marching band, it's concert band, symphony band. There's a lot of things that it takes, and a lot of money it takes to do this, and in spite of the amazing support from all the administration. So I want to give all of our administrators, our principal, Mr. Vince Gigliotti is over there in the house. Mr. Sandoval, I think, is with us. Did I see him? Very good. Anybody else? Mr. Yao Chang, principal at Norup International School. And bad eyes. And Miss Crable from Burton, who's got some 5th graders here tonight. So I got to tell you, these administrators, as well as the teachers, have amazing support for these kids. However, there just isn't enough money trickled down from the state to really support a band program in grades 5 through 12. So it takes all of our support, and we thank you very much for that. And part of that is providing volunteer work for all the things like tag days you'll see coming up. Keep an eye out for all those crazy emails that come from the directors that encourage you to get involved in things that your students will participate in, because that's real important. We raise a pretty decent amount of money, but it's certainly never enough. So we do it tonight with our 50-50 raffle, and just so the anticipation doesn't kill you. There's a $300 50-50 raffle winner out here tonight. So that's pretty high. That's very high. So thank you all for that. Second of all, I know right now there's a really bummed out person because I have their keys. And this is a really important person because there's a lot of keys here. Either that or they're a custodian for a big facility. So if you're missing your keys, Mr. Voigt will have them. All right, very good. So that way I'm not guilty of giving away the wrong keys to the wrong person. All right, one more thing really quick. For those of you who haven't, this is our inaugural year of our brand new program that we have printed, and throughout the year we'll be giving out about 2,000 of them. There's ads inside, so we encourage everybody to patronize, in a good way, all of the advertisers in here. Take a look and see what's in there, and of course, there's room for you. There's a couple empty spaces. We can make this book as big as we need. This too helps to support all these students here as a band booster. So, what else do I need to say? Oh, Thursday, March 20th, coming up, another booster fundraising event. Uncle Andy's Pizza, right in the corner of 12 Mile Woodward. Awesome pizza and wings and things like that. If you buy pizza or anything you buy from him Thursday, that's this Thursday, it's conferences at the high school, I think. If you're teachers and you need a break or you need a quick dinner because you are not able to cook because you're sitting in line in conferences, which is a fun time. Pizza at Uncle Andy's. Uncle Andy's gives back 20% of the gross take from all of the instrumental boosters. You don't need a coupon, you don't need anything, you don't need to show your SKU code or your barcode on your phone. All you gotta do is say to Uncle Andy, and yeah, Uncle Andy does stand at the cash register. You tell him you're here to support the Berkley instrumental boosters, the Berkley bands, and he will donate 20% of your spendings right back to boosters. So please, everybody swarm Uncle Andy's, corner 12 Mile, right next to Crispelli's in that little strip center there. So, okay. Let's see, my list is done. It is done. You got the keys? Good. Off my head. All right. The winning ticket is a blue one. Okay? So I need a hand, a small hand to pick out a ticket. What's your name? What's your name? Okay. Are you married? No. Good. Okay. Cool. That's probably wrong, huh? Okay, go ahead, pick out a ticket. And can you say the numbers really loud in the microphone? No? Okay, then I'll help you. Winning ticket is, can you hold that for me? 770969. $300 right here goes to the lady in red. Bingo, we're not at church, but that's all right. I believe you. Pass that back. Okay. Thanks very much. I promise not to take too much time, which I've already done. So we thank you for coming and have a great night.
Thank you, Mr. Oliva. Now, Mr. Posner talked to you about why he likes this concert, and I'll tell you why I think this is an important concert. This is not to say anything negative against the kids on this side of the room. Please, I'll start out with that because it always sounds that way. And they always get very offended when I say, you should notice a difference between children that have hand band twice a week for not a full year versus children having band every day. Hopefully, there's a big difference. And there really is a big difference. And I will tell you that there are kids in this group right now today that were having the same problems as kids sitting on this side a year ago. So in other words, when you get reports back home or you listen to them practice, and they may not be doing everything right, and they may not even sound great right now. But as long as they're working at it, they have what it takes to continue. And I really encourage, they haven't had a full experience in band unless they've gone for the entire year every day. Some of the mistakes that they make, I can't correct every day when they're in elementary schools. I'm not there at the end of their day, so I can't offer to help them at the end of the day. When they come to me at Anderson, I'm right there. So I can help a child learn how to tongue in 10 minutes. Can't do it in a whole year of 5th grade, but it takes me 10 minutes in 6th grade. I don't know why. But at any rate, I hope that as you talk with your children, think about what these guys sounded like. And if you've never experienced a band concert with Mr. Posner, please go and check out one of the band concerts. If you've got a child that's in band and they think they might want to continue with this, expose them to some of the things that come down the line. Because one of the things kids aren't real good at is figuring out what they want to do 5-6 years from now. But if they quit now, they're going to lose out on an awful lot of incredible experiences through middle school and especially when they get to high school. So that's my little plug to keep them going. I really believe in the kids. I really believe if they really want to learn it, they're going to get it. It just might take longer than 1 year. So we're going to continue with our 5th graders, sorry, with Freedom's Road. And for the last number of the evening, we're going to move it a little closer to, well, actually, you still weren't born when this one came out. Seems like all the pop tunes now are things they don't know. And this may be the last year I'm able to use this song because I said to the kids when we took it out, do you guys know the Hey song? They're like, what? I thought everybody knew the Hey song. Some of them did, but it's starting to be a lost thing, you know? We've got to find a different song that they all like. But in this one, they get to yell. So any song where they get to scream, they're happy. We're going to close the 5th grade program with the Hey song.
That was awesome. All right. Want to take a minute and, obviously it takes a lot more than just me and Mr. Voigt to get an event like this together. So thank you if you chaperoned, thank you if you sold 50-50, thank you to our administration and everybody that helped out. Thank you to the custodians and everybody that helped set this up. We also want to take a minute and honor any 5th grade teachers who are here. 5th grade teachers, if you're here, can you wave a hand so we can applaud you? So, as Mr. Boyd and I have been saying, this is a really great concert because you really get to see the evolution between 5th and 6th grade, but you also get to see something that's very visually striking is how far back this band goes and how far back this band goes, okay? And I do want to applaud the 6th grade parents in the room, obviously for supporting your students and helping them continue in music. And I made the same speech last year, and I think we're further back, 6th grade band this year than we were last year. So that's wonderful. But I'd like to see next year's 5th grade band, who are now 4th graders, you guys, over here, more of the same size as the new 5th grade band. So parents, like Mr. Voigt said, that takes a lot of support and making sure that they're getting the support they need to continue on. And I will be here afterwards. I'll be standing right there. If you want to come ask me any questions about the program at Norup or the program at high school. As Gordy and Mr. Voigt were saying, we have a lot of wonderful opportunities for your students at the middle school level and the high school level. Band is an awesome activity. There's nothing like it anywhere in Berkeley. It is the largest team sport at both Norup, Anderson, and the high school. And in band, we have no bench. We don't cut players. We don't say you can't participate. Everybody is out there on that field, and everybody is participating to the best of their ability. And that's what's really special about band. In marching band, students get to come to school and make friends 9th through 12th grade before they even start. Next year, the high school band is going to go on a trip to New Orleans. We're going to go on a big trip every 2 years. It's a really exciting thing, going to band festivals. This past weekend, the high school band just went to festival, and our top group, both groups received the first division rating, which is the best rating you can get, and something that both groups haven't done in a long time, which I was very proud about. And thank you. And something that was very remarkable was the symphony band, the top group, our audition group, mostly juniors and seniors. From every adjudicator, there are subcategories of music: intonation, rhythm, technique, there are others. But every judge there, all 4 adjudicators, gave them all A's in every subcategory. So there's a wonderful, wonderful program awaiting your students if they continue. And if they continue to practice their instruments and continue in the 6th grade band, either at Norup or here at Anderson. So I really encourage you to do that. Finally, there was one more thing I think I wanted to say. But anyway, there's just tremendous opportunities for your students, and I really, really encourage them to go on and to make the most of their music education next year, okay? We're gonna close, the 6th grade band is, with, I guess, probably a prequel to what's gonna happen in about 10 minutes. So without further ado, I'll stop talking. Here is Traffic Jam.